Hello everyone, it is me Amshop, and today I'm going to let you guys see some tricks and tips and a guide on how to PK in free-to-play wilderness, because I see a lot of you guys ask me for that, and today I decided to make the video about it. So what you see in the normal guides that other people made it, you see all of them start with explaining what stats you need and what it is, what you all need about it, etc. I'm going to start about the combat level that you need, because who in the right mind would go PKing on a account with combat level 3? Like, it's completely waste of time, and you know you're bored when you do that. So uh, about the combat, if you are a combat level lower than 20, I would recommend you to get your mage and HP up only. Like, other stats are not really needed if you are level 20 or lower. So if we go after that, like 20 plus, like 20 till 50, I would recommend you to get your strength and range. So the reason I want you to get them bought, because you know, in free to play you can get, like, the best food you can get in free to play is swordfish, and it gives you 14 health every time you eat one. So if your opponent is using is using swordfish while you are in a low combat level battle, uh, that's really going to piss you off, and it's not really nice to do that as well. But let's say they are using it, so I'm pretty sure at level between 20 and 40 you can hit 7. So if you hit 7 with your range, you can hit 7 with your strength as well. It is actually the same amount as your opponent is uh, eating food. Like, they get 14 health, but when you change from your range to your 2H sword or your battle axe to hit your opponent, they will stack on each other, like as you saw in my intro video before this video got started. um if we talk about that, we are going to move to a higher level combat. Like, if you get around 50 till 90, I still would recommend you to get your stats limited. What do I mean by get your stats limited? Like, in free to play, you cannot build any item higher than runite items. Like, the max item you can build in free to play is rune, and everything other is members. Like, it's completely a waste if you get a higher attack level, because that will get your combat level higher. Well, if you are going to fight with armor on, like, you are not going to no arm your opponent, like keeping your unite item or adamant set or whatever on and fighting your opponent, well, then I recommend you to have a higher attack, because you will hit less zeros. Well, if I talk about that, so get your stats limited. So I mean, get 40 attack. At least if you really want to get defense, get 40 defense, or otherwise stay a pure. Like, keep your defense 1 and get your 40 attack, high as possible strength, high as possible range. And I would recommend you, if you are level 70 or higher, get your prey to max 44 to be able to use the eagle A if you are going to range. And if you are not going to range, keep it still limited, like 31 for the ultimate strength. All that's being said, so you know that you have to keep your stats limited to keep your combat level low as possible and get your other skills high as possible, so your account becomes stronger for the lower combat level you are. um so what you gonna do? So if you really want defense, get it to 40. If you might be asking, why do I have 60 attack, why do I have 45 defense, etc. Well, it is because I am a member worlds PK, like I PK in the member worlds. I got 60 attack for the dragon items to use the DDS or dragon mace or whatever to kill my opponent with, and 45 defense to use the fighter torso. As you can see, it's not here. Well, whatever. To use the fighter torso, and I got the 52 prey to use the smite. That's what you can see over here. That's the reason I got these stats like a bit higher than all the free-to-play PKers. Well, if you are only going to make a free-to-play account, so you gotta stick with the limited stats. All that being said is the strategy of you going to PK. Like as you can see, I have shown you the video where you in my intro that you see my hits stack on each other. Like I ranged my opponent and run to him with my 2H sword and smashed him or whatever, and 2 hits came on him at the same time. That's because I used my strength and my range at the same time on him. And to do that, I'm going to show you how to use it in battle, because it's very important to use your hotkeys. When you go to your options and press this control right here and click on F1, you see this screen in front of you. So what you want to do, if you are not a member world PKer, you want to get your inventory to F1 instead of whatever it is, and your prayer to F2 instead of whatever it is. The reason I got this on F1 and this on F2 and this on F3 is because, first of all, in your keyboard they are all back to back. Like I can click on F1, I get to my attack, I can click on F2, I get to my inventory, and I can click on F3, I get to my prayer options. So why do I even need this? So shortly said, when I'm in the fight and I'm potted and I'm pretty ready to attack my opponent to skull and whatever, so I right click on my prayer and keep my mouse here, and I click on F1 actually, because for me it's F2, but if you are going to change it to F1, your inventory is going to be F1. So you click on that and you move to your inventory. So when you click here, you activate your prayer, and when it's activated, you click on the weapon you have in your inventory to wield it, and you click on your opponent whenever he stays in your screen. So all that being said, it has to be done in like 1 second. And you might be asking, why do I have my attack on F1? It is because when I use my prey and I click on the weapon wherever it is in my inventory, I normally have it somewhere here if I'm picking in members world. So I click on my weapon, I click F1, and I use my spec tab right here and click on my opponent right after it, and it must be done within 1 second as well. But let's go back to free to vault picking, and I'm going to use that as the examples that we need in our video. So the thing is, like, let's see, this tree is our opponent, and what we are going to do, we are going to right click on the ultimate strength, we are going to move to our inventory. So as you can see, you have to click right in this line to change to your 2H sword. So it is actually smart to keep your 2H around somewhere here in your inventory. So you can just click this and click here somewhere where you let your 2 be in your inventory right again, so you can double tap on it and take your 3 or whatever. I'll take your opening actually. So yeah, that's all it being said shortly. Well, PKing in free to play has something called safing and using head prayers and whatsoever. Well, it really depends on the way you want to fight your opponent, because I normally no arm my opponents, like we take our helm, body, shield, legs off, and we only fight with scimitar or 2H swords or your maple short bow. That's the main items that I see people use for free to play PK. You can also use battle axes and long sword and no regular swords or whatever, or daggers, whatever. So that's the main thing you have to use. And about saving, so saving is actually if you are going to eat food when your HP is like higher than your opponent can hit. Like I can hit, I'm not sure how high I can hit. Like I can hit with 81 strength. If I use prey and I use my strength potion, I probably hit somewhere in 24 or 25 or maybe even 26. So when I hit him with range, I'm pretty sure that I can hit 17 with my range. And so if I hit him with my range and go to stack it with my 2A, I can probably stack 17 with 26, I guess. Well, that's very rare hits, but if that somewhere happened, it's a very high hit as well when you stack them. But that doesn't really mean that your opponent can eat at 45 HP or something like that. Like your opponent is really actually allowed to eat at somewhere in 25, 26, like the max place when my 2H sword can hit. Like if my 2H sword can hit 26, he could have risked 26 or start eating at 27, which is still quite a bit safe. But I mostly when I fight people, they even eat at 30 because they know I can stack hits, and I don't really call them a saver, but when it happens to me they call me a saver, but whatever. So all that being said, I'm going to use this strategy on some people, and I really don't think we will kill anybody, but let's just give it a try. It doesn't really matter if we win or we lose. I just want to share this strategy, and this is the main strategy I use for PKing, and it's actually a decent strategy, and I see most people are using it as well. So I'm going to show you this strategy. Alright guys, we got ourselves a fight. So I'm going to show you guys the strategy to use the strength. So we right clicked right now, we use the hotkeys to inventory and enter the HP. So let's see, it's 28 HP and we can't even hit him. Great. And we love hitting zeros as always. Well, I'm not pretty sure if we can win this battle because he's a decent player as well. So let's nice. He has the two, and we really can't hit. That's really decent. Alright. Come on, do some work. Alright, Battle Axe. If you do not hit high, you're being sold. It's 23. Alright, we really cannot hit higher. I'm not sure why. And he keeps hitting the same or higher than us for some weird reason, but that's not really the issue. Like, it's mostly all about luck, and as I said, we already lost. And so the most important part about PKing is actually about not saving, and it's mostly about luck. But dying, like, it's a part of village. You cannot never die and only kill people. So about that being said, if you have about any question about the stats that I said, like getting them limited or whatever, post it down in the comment below, and if I still see that you have some trouble with it, I'm going to make another video and explaining it better. I'm pretty sure I said the hotkey, explained the hotkeys good, but if you still have some problems with them, make sure to comment about that as well, and I really will make another video about that. And so the biggest part that I really want to say, it's mostly about luck. Like if you are on 35 HP and your opponent is on 35 HP as well, so it's about the XP drop Jagex is going to give you. As you saw, we were almost hitting zeros all the time on him, or at least like hits under 10, but he was just wrecking us. But whatever, it's mostly all about luck, and if you have the perfect switches and the perfect timing, etc., and you're not saving at all, it will be all good and you will take your opponent down as quick as possible and you can enjoy the loot. So if you enjoy this video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't. It's completely free, just saying. Peace guys.